life was good.
Life is good. You know what I mean?
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. People been looking it up. They've been reporting back. It is totally science. At least that's what I hear. You know, maybe you could let me know if it's different. Anyways, we're jumping back into rSlash LegbeardStories again. I know, it's just crazy out here with these legbeards. But we've got the Undertale beard wrapping up today. Or did we call her Undertale Leg? Yeah, I think that's what it was. But this OP went MIA for basically a month. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that story's over and done with. But no, they came back today to wrap it up, which is totally awesome. So I am eager to get yet another series completed, compilation somewhere down the road. That'll be super nice. And I hope that you guys are looking forward to it as well. If you don't remember Undertale Leg, as I suspect most people won't, I don't remember most of the voices myself. There are some links in the description if you'd like to go and check that out. Point out all the voicing discrepancies between this video and that one. But, you know, that's how it be sometimes. We're going to get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some Legbeard cringe. Undertale Part 5. Frogs and Stoners. Yeah, Stoners is pretty chill. Frogs is pretty chill. I can see where this is going. Maybe. Hello, fellow Neckbeard undergrads. 'Tis I, the man without a plan, and your very tired narrator. Oh man, I think we all been there before. I hope you rest up, OP. You rested up for like a month. You're good. Welcome back to the fold. I'm gonna warn you now that this part is fairly depressing. I'm gonna warn you now that it contains mentions / acts of animal cruelty, suicide, and transphobia. Pleasant. KK and Stud also reappear, so you know things are gonna get nasty. Anyways, let's get right into this. After that night, which was basically the night that Undertale Leg saw our OP in a state of undress and found out that they were trans, Undertale began to tell literally anyone that would listen that I was trans. A majority of the school didn't care. However, Undertale's minions, KK and Stud, decided that this was a grand opportunity to begin a sort of hate campaign against me. Yeah, man, those 3-person hate campaigns, they're really getting your head. I guess it's different if you know them in real life and stuff like that, but I really don't think it can be considered like a hate campaign if you can count the people on one hand. Not to detract from your story, it's just jokes. They began to sit with us at lunch and loudly make comments about how trans men are just confused women who need a man to correct them. And the only good transsexual is a dead transsexual. Yeah. You know, that stuff that is clearly normal and decent to say. I muscled through, though, mostly because I had my friends to lean on. Well, I guess that's good, but like, couldn't you evict them from your space or find another space where they couldn't find you? Like, I don't think just sitting there and taking it is the best answer in this scenario. Run from your problems, OP. Sometimes it works. Then came junior year. Kat made the decision to cut me off and begin dating Undertale. Bunny had ended up moving 2 states away due to her dad's work, and that meant that I started junior year completely alone. Damn, sucks. I began to spend all my time in my room, and I rarely, if ever, ate lunch or breakfast. I began to fail classes, and always felt a sort of total numbness. Not comfortably numb, like the Pink Floyd? No, just regular numb. This sort of numbness and boredom is why I picked up a drug habit. But no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not advocating for that, to be clear. At one point, I even drove up to a lake near my house, contemplating just driving over the edge into the water. Damn. The main reason that I didn't was because I knew my dog wouldn't understand why I was gone, and my mom would probably end up blaming herself. That's heavy, man. Now I feel kind of bad for joking about it earlier. I think we've all had thoughts like this, and if you do have thoughts like this, it is a good idea to contact somebody. There's lots of free therapists, people who are willing to talk to you, even online if you don't want to talk to them over the phone. I'll pin some resources in the comments, just in case you do need the help. I dragged myself through every day, not even able to go to the bathroom that I preferred anymore, because Stud and KK would follow me in and bang on the stall door almost every single time. I had to go into the nurse's bathroom just so I could make in peace. I was in a spiral, but luckily, eventually things began to change. I ended up in a science class that specialized in native ecosystems, and it meant that we spent a majority of our time outside in the fields and creeks near the school. I fell in love with this class, enjoying every second of my time. It was a haven, an escape from everything else that was going on. The teacher and I became bros, and she would give me special tasks that she only gave to people that she trusted. Things like collecting live specimens for the observation tank and maintaining the fish tank of the local species. One of my other tasks was observing the local frog population. Bro, this does sound like a pretty cool class. I'm kinda into this too. Get yourself out of the classroom, go experience the world and such. Basically, I'd go out to the pond that fed the creeks, and I would look for different types of frogs. I would tally them, take notes of breeding behavior, tadpoles in the area, stuff like that. I would do this every day after school, in mostly the same areas, and that was where I met who we'll call Andrew. Andrew was in my year at school, and I'd seen him skating around our school and the ponds, but never really talked to him. He was a stoner longboarder and very popular with the ladies of the school. Oh, I guess I know what voice he's getting. Oh, people seem to hate that voice, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Also, how can you tally tadpoles, man? We have like a good few days of rain here in the Philippines, and ponds are just completely filled with tadpoles. Every puddle in the street just has like 1 million frogs in it. Maybe not 1 million, but a few thousand at the least. I'm gonna take a video one of these days, post it up on Wifey's channel. You gotta see this. It's unbelievable. You could not tally them if you tried. Long story short, frogs are badass. We met when I was knee-deep in the water, wearing waders and boots, as I explored the reeds to try and see some juvenile frogs. Andrew walked down near me and cleared his throat to get my attention. Andrew. Hey, I seen you around lately and I was kinda curious, what you're doing. OP, just looking for frogs. Andrew. Oh, to eat? Or just cause? Cause I got a major case of the munchies, man. Yeah, frog legs pretty good. Not by themselves, but with butter. Really, they're a butter conveyance device. And for as much as we knock butter on this channel, God, it is just so delicious. It adds so much. Don't let the neckbeards keep you from butter, my friends. But I digress. OP, it's actually for a class. Andrew, cool. So you like frogs? OP, yeah, they're cool. Andrew, nice. I'm Andrew, by the way. Good luck with your hunt. If you're ever thirsty or anything, I always got an extra water bottle with me. Oh, mad cottonmouth. After that day, Andrew would visit me at the same time, talking with me and getting to know me a bit more. He would bring me snacks, candy, drinks, and cool frog-related trinkets all the time. Damn, dude, Andrew really is a G. Why is it that stoners can just vibe all the time with anyone? Too cool. He would sit and watch me hunt, helping me keep my things dry and helping with taking notes. He encouraged me to improve my grades and to eat 3 meals a day again, and he introduced me to his friends and made sure that I always had someone to sit with at lunch. Yeah, he's a good egg. He's a good noodle, that Andrew. This, however, seemed to enrage Undertale. It was a normal lunchtime, Andrew sitting next to me, and we were talking when a smell wafted through the air. The earth quaked and the sky cracked as Stud and KK sat on the outskirts of the group, their beloved leader and my ex-best friend attempting to squeeze in close. However, Andrew had heard a very censored and sort of babied version of what had happened, and he immediately pushed himself between myself and Undertale. Andrew, no, you need to leave. You're not welcome here.
You know you're sitting with a transsexual, right? That's not even a guy.
Andrew, he says he's a dude, so he's a dude. Leave, now. What I say about that stoner vibe, man? 100% chill. I like Andrew. KK butts in.
Don't talk to her like that. She's right. That thing next to you.
OP, shut the fuck up. Just leave. Stud moved around the table and grabbed my shoulders. One of my other new friends, Kevin, stood up, removed Stud's hand from my shoulder, and shoved Stud back roughly, sending to the floor with ease. Stud, who had made my life hell for months with the help of KK, began to cry. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's bullies for you. Punch him one time. Undertale began to freak out and rushed forward at Kevin, biting him on the arm. Oh, somebody get this feral child away from me. I got up and Andrew basically guided me to a quieter area as our other friends pulled Undertale away. Of course, security showed up. Everyone was taken to the principal's office, all of us sitting like kicked puppies outside the principal's door. The principal ended up giving us a warning to stay away from each other. But Undertale, she was suspended for 3 days. Sorry, this was more exposition and less legbeardy. I figured we all needed a bit of a breather before we get into the part where Undertale goes to jail. Anyway, drink some water and eat a vegetable. Yeah, I think Undertale got the harsher sentence because she's probably done some stuff like this before. She got a bit of a record, you know what I mean? I didn't get in a ton of fights in high school, but the principal seemed to know that, so I would always get a shorter sentence than the people that I was fighting. Then I come back to school before the other guy, and they'd be like, well, why'd you come back early? And I'm like, because I won. I got suspended for a shorter time because I won. Which, of course, wasn't true at all, but it just made me feel cool. And also, I was sarcastic and jokey. I guess some things never change. Oh, I'm so glad you were able to find some new friends. Definitely better friends, and they are willing to protect you. So I hate to resort to platitudes and the like, but it really is always darkest before the dawn. You know what I mean? It can't be that bad forever. Especially if you're pushing yourself to make things better for yourself, you know? You found this science class that you really enjoyed, spending time outside, basically opening the door and giving somebody the opportunity to come, take some interest in you, and become your friend, which is just beautiful, man. I love that. I am sorry that you had those rough points in your life, but I know that we've all had something similar at least once or twice. So I just want you to know that you are not alone, and I'm glad you hung in there and found some people that you can now consider your tribe with the vibe. But I'm eager to see how Undertale ends up in jail, so I guess we'll just forge on into the last and final part of Undertale Leg. The finale of Undertale Leg, aka Undertale goes to jail. Hey, that rhymes. I like it. Hello, fellow Neckbeard undergrads. I know, I have left you without any delicious content. But, you know, I have a lot going on in real life, and recounting the past on Reddit hasn't really been a priority. We all understand that. No worries, I razz you a little bit about the break, but I do definitely get it. I'm happy to take a day or two off myself every now and then. So OP's sorry, but immediately forgiven. And hey, I'm here now, so that's gotta count for something, right? Anyways, remember to subscribe to ReddX. Hey, and join his Discord. Hey, I'm always pretty active there. Just avoid the pornos channel if you have a weak stomach. Yes, what it's been taken over in a lot of ways. It started out as like a sarcastic thing where we would just post like vaguely sexual images. And then one day, I think it was DevilBeard that started all this. DevilBeard heard me read his story, jumped into the server, and just image dumped all kinds of hentai. And it was game over from then on out, man. Now it's like all furries and latex and this type of shit. I don't even look at it anymore. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I should make like a kink channel or something like that, but I don't know. I don't want the Discord to turn into like a not safe for work thing. So I just lets people have their fun. You know, maybe one day I'll implode it if it goes too far, but as of now, it seems to be thoroughly enjoyed, so I just leave it alone. I'm sorry if it scarred you, Eli. Okay. I'll start for real this time. I'm not even gonna put a character list so we can just get straight into it. Just kidding. We didn't get a character list in the last tale, did we? I do need kind of a refresher, I think, so let's do this. We got OP, your long-suffering narrator who really deserves a goddamn break. Bro, are you me? Andrew is a chill, longboarding stoner who's been attempting and succeeding in socializing me. That's what I always said about these, extroverts adopting introverts in a way. It's really the only way that the truest introverts make friends, I think. I haven't made a single friend since I've become so introverted, mostly because I'm 30 years old and nobody wants to fucking adopt me. We also got Kevin, Andrew's friend that was the overly friendly class clown. Undertale, the woman, the myth, the local horror story. She found herself in a sticky situation. Oh boy, how's she gonna get out of this one? Kat is the ex-best friend who also found herself in a sticky situation with her girlfriend. Just desserts, I suppose. Let me set the scene of this fine spring day, dear reader. It had rained the night before. The sun was out, flowers were in bloom, and toads were abundant in the nearby fields. Senior year was beginning to wrap up, and life was good. Undertale had begun to actively avoid me, and her henchmen had tucked their tails between their legs upon seeing me with my new friends. That's right, it's all over for you. That is a beautiful thing. It was a Friday, which meant Andrew wanted us to come over to his place and gorge ourselves on the finest of McDonald's cuisine. While watching some of the most bizarre and stupid horror movies that you ever laid your eyes on. Those were good times. You ever watch The Stuff? The Stuff from like 1985? God, I love that movie. That's one of my favorite stupid horror movies. First and foremost, though, we had to get our food. I drove us to the sacred Tendy Palace. And of course, there was quite a crowd of good boys turning in their good boy points at the counter. By the time we go up there, the very underpaid and tired employee just told us that, we're frying up some more nuggets now. It'll take a while, so you might as well just wait. Don't tell me what to do. Hardly the worst news in the world, really. Besides, freshly fried chicken nuggets are the best chicken nuggets. Just like Mama used to make. That was when it happened. Like a scene out of a Western. The doors opened and a breeze whipped by us. Two figures stood in the doorway. A discarded McDonald's bag drifted by as they walked inside. Clink, clink, clink. Okay, the McDonald's bag thing didn't happen, and neither did the Spurs, but both of those things would have been really funny. Standing there was Undertale and Kat. They both walked in, and Undertale did a rather overdramatic double take, seeing us. What? The employee saw them, and a certain life sprang back to his face. Employee, I already told you to. You can't come in here after what happened. Undertale, that was like a month ago. Besides, we're paying customers. Kat, yeah, and it wasn't that bad. Employee, no! Out! Now! Or I'm calling the cops! As quickly as they came, they left. Well, they actually just kind of stood right outside the door, peering in like starving orphans. This is the perfect descriptor. I love it. Don't change a thing. Our nuggets continued to fry, and the tensions continued to rise as Andrew kept making nervous glances towards the door. Andrew, fuck, dudes. I don't know if we could just walk by them. They seem a little fucked up. OP, no shit. Best we can do is muscle by and hope for the best. Kevin, come on. They can't be that bad. Whoa. I'm sure they'll ignore us if we just ignore them, man. Andrew, love you to bits and pieces, bro, but sorry to say, they are assholes. Yeah, but there's only 2 of them and 3 of you. You gonna be just fine. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? That's what people always say before the worst does happen. The employee soon called up when the nuggets were done. We paid, and then Andrew smacked his own forehead. Andrew, bro, why don't we just exit through the gas station and sneak around to Eli's car? Fucking genius. To explain, our McDonald's is inside of a gas station, so there's a second exit to a back area to pump some gas. We were just so worried that we kind of forgot until Andrew rubbed his brain cells together and got an idea. A rare moment of actual thought among high schoolers indeed. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of those McDonald's inside of gas stations. They also got Subways inside of gas stations. And when things like this excite me, you know we are already living in a boring dystopia. Anyways, Andrew led us through the horrors of the gas station and swiftly out to the now slightly colder spring air. We snuck around like a bunch of idiots to my car and got in quickly. As we did though, Undertale noticed and fucking lost it. She began to rant and scream about teleportation and the people in the pipes. What, you see some Mario Brothers or something? Kat was desperately trying to calm her as we peeled out of the gas station and drove to Andrew's house. Bullet dodged. We had a great night, and the entire next week there was no sign of Undertale. She got lost in the pipes, bro. The crack pipes. We did, however, have an assembly. It wasn't on the schedule before, but everyone was called into the auditorium where 4 officers and 4 drug-sniffing dogs sat. Or maybe she was on crack. We were told to drop our bags on the floor and let the dogs sniff them. Uh-oh. More officers and dogs were in the senior hallway and out in the parking lot as well. Everyone's heads were spinning as to what was going on when one of the dogs started to bark. A collective ooh rang out among my classmates as everyone turned to see the culprit. If you guessed Undertale, yeah, you're half right. The dog was losing it while trying to sniff between Undertale and Kat's bags. Both girls looked about ready to fucking piss on themselves. Okay, we're gonna play a fun game now, reader. Can you guess what drug they were searching for? I'll give you a hint. It's not derived from something that grows in nature. I'll give you 5 seconds, and no cheating. Okay, let's see. Cocaine comes from plants. Heroin comes from plants. LSD, they're not cool enough to do LSD. Or DMT. I think DMT is natural. Anyways, isn't it? Not derived from a plant? What the fuck, man? Ecstasy? MDMA? Molly? Something like that? I guess we'll see. If you guess crocodile, you're wrong. That's a deep cut. Actually, that cut is so deep that your leg is rotten off. Don't do crocodile. Or any drug, really. Unless you want to, whatever. I can't live your life for you. It was meth that they were looking for. Fuck, I'm so bad at guessing games. So guess who had small amounts in both of their backpacks? Yeah. So they were tweaked out, dude. Why would you go to McDonald's twacked out of your mind? The last thing you want to do is eat at that point. Maybe they were specifically looking for OP. I don't know, man. There's something going on there. Turns out someone had dropped a tip about a senior at our school possibly dealing or taking meth, so they wanted to have some drug dogs come over to see if the rumors were true, and it turns out that they were. There was an almost impenetrable silence until an officer tried to grab Undertale's arm. Ooh boy, did it just turn into a spectacle. As it goes with Legbeards. Undertale began to scream and was attempting to shove past the officers while Cat just broke down in tears. Everyone got to watch Undertale get tackled. Gotta love that. Officer Jacobs, we're gonna need you to spear tackle this high school girl. With pleasure. And she was dragged out of the auditorium, bawling loudly. I will admit, a small part of me greatly enjoyed that scene. See, it sounds like more than a small part. We were dismissed, and everyone was just kind of in a state of, did that really just happen? Dear reader, it did happen. It happened, and we all had the pleasure of witnessing it. So let's get to the epilogue. Where are they now? Well, Undertale went to prison for 10 years because she resisted arrest. Plus, she was 18 at the time and therefore an adult. Holy cow, man, that judge was not lenient whatsoever. Kat was still 17 and only served 5.5 because her dad is a lawyer who painted her as an unwilling participant. Plus, you know, she didn't resist arrest. But still, 5.5 years of your life? Bro, that is so ludicrous. She's gonna start her adult life out as a felon. Like, you basically just flushed her entire life down the toilet because she had a little bit of meth on it. Drug crimes are such bullshit. I don't like to get political, but that is one hill that I am willing to die on. And also to the people who may ask, no, that's not what my brother's in jail for. Andrew ended up deciding to explore the world after he graduated. I have no idea where he is now, in all honesty, and I miss him lots. Should have stayed in touch with him, man. Social media is everywhere these days. You could stay in touch with anybody from anywhere. I still talk to my mom and my grandma. I'm 7,000 miles away from them. On the other side of the world. Stud ended up getting a job at the local game shop where he still works to this day. KK ended up getting married to a freshman girl whom he got pregnant. Classy. How does that work? Bunny's getting married soon and still resides in Norway. We do talk on occasion. OP is still at home and only recently decided what to do with his life. I know the tale was a bit jumpy and odd this time, but the events were bizarre and are still talked about in town to this day. They basically became the poster child for anti-drug campaigns in our schools. Remember to eat a vegetable and drink some water. Oh, and don't do meth, unless you want to, whatever. You just have to remember to take personal responsibility for your choices at the end of the day. So yeah, bit of a wild one. If you gave me 1,000 guesses as to why this Legbeard went to jail, I don't think that I would have gotten the answer right. What the hell, man? That seems so random. But, you know, I guess it does happen. Those girls was heading down a bad path, and it's a shame that Undertale had to take Kat with her, but like I said, just desserts. You left your friend behind. Started dating an obvious creep. So at the end of the day, I guess I can't feel too bad about the way that things went, but it definitely went a way that I did not expect. I don't think a high schooler's like getting into drugs and all this sorts of stuff, but I mean, I did do it back in high school. It just seems way different now looking back on it decades later. One of my friends in the Discord was sharing some pictures from high school, and I was like, Jesus, we were doing MDMA at this time, and we were fucking children. Look at us, we were children. Nowadays, I ain't gonna touch that shit. But you know, I might revisit it when I'm 80. Whatever. Just gotta make sure that I don't go to jail over it. God damn. That would be the worst of the worst. I'll tell you that much right now. So yeah, bit of a weird one, but definitely good to have another saga under our belt, especially a Legbeard saga. You just love to see them. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Maybe share it around or wait for the compilation and then you can share that around. It's a little more digestible, isn't it? I also hope you check out all them links in the description. We got my personal subreddit, r/ReddX reads, mine and wifey's channel, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX. Teespring, if you're trying to rock that merch, my Amazon affiliate link, which currently goes to my microphone, but if you click through there, buy anything else on Amazon, I get kicked back a little bit of money, which is pretty cool. If you're trying to buy something anyways, you know, it's like a win-win or something like that. We've also got my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Patreon, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. Look at all these names, goddamn! I would like to thank them all, as always, but especially Robert Waits, TSM Kirby, Teddy the Police, Aaron W, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Sora, Fire Drake, Liverson, Silent Revolver, Zathras, Zero MMX, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Ralph Stour, Ashley T, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, James Cook, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, KK, Miss Monday, Melgar the Destroyer, Mr. J, my boy Nat One, Nick, Lady Nix, Katikins, Elizabeth, Sidestep, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ass, Siegfried, Staples, Yeet, Synaptic, Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tato Ferret, That Duckin' Bug, Fusky, Redwind, Goose's Honk, Leon Embers, Naga Viper, John Indoors, A-Roxers, Cake Jerry, That's a Different Jerry, Crafty Kitty Cat, Mark 211, maybe next time, Organic Cam, Princess Rosalie, Ghosty, The Last Shinobi, and the maestro himself, Zuka Cervantes. Yes, indeed. And if you notice when we was doing the scroll, there's a new name in here. So thank you very much to Derpy Tricks. Getting it in before the end of the month. You know I love that. We're on a 4-day streak for them patrons, which is freaking beautiful. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Obviously, if anybody else would like to support, that is absolutely massive. I thank you very, very much in advance. But if you can't do it right now, then don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow, because really,
the views is how my beard stays buttered.
In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe watching some more ReddX videos. It's like Oprah. I don't know what went on there. Anyways, I hope that you guys will always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.